Hello. It was a dark and harrowing night when he walked across the sky, and he saw the shrill face of a ghost. Now that I have embarrassed myself and probably flashed everybody in the face, sorry about that. Um, Yeah. So, of course, I'm looking ghastly today because this is a very special video. Here, let me just turn down the light a bit. So, again, pretty much embarrassed myself with that little transition. But, so there's something on my screen. Um, yeah, so I turned off the lights in my room to make it a little more spooky because what we're talking about today is something that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy lot of, lot of spook and theory, conspiracies, all that sort of stuff, gookin and magoo or whatever the hell. Um, but no, so basically there was a couple things that happened on the trip, and I know I'm still talking about the trip. It's been forever, but this is just a little fun thing to do. Next video is probably going to be like beach stuff, but we'll talk about that later. So, there were some spooky things that happened on that trip. And I'm not not too sure what was going on there. There was some sort of paranormality to it or spookiness was going about. Um Now, to state some facts about myself, I don't believe in ghosts. Flat out don't believe in ghosts. I believe, again, there's a place you go when you die, you know, heaven, or the bad place. But um I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe that spirits of human, you know, I don't believe they walk among us or exist trapped in places. What I do believe in, however, are demons. Now, I'm not going to say that that's what was going on at that place or something other, but there was something not right with that place. And I just want to say some stories of some spooky things that happened. So, first off, first night, went to bed. Everything was normal. Everything was quiet. We had just gotten there. Everybody was tired from the long trip. We kind of snacked. That was basically it. We were just going to bed. But then something strange happened the next morning. Everybody gets up, right? Normal morning. You have the breakfast, you lay in bed for 5 hours, normal, average morning. But my parents, they went outside to the cars. And we brought two cars. One small car that's my dad's car, and then we had the big car, which was my grandma's. I say was because it's an older car. She has a newer car now, but we just use it for trips. The door on that car was open. Nothing was missing. The door was just wide open, even though they had locked it and closed it the night before. Now, could somebody have simply just, broken into it? Probably. The thing was, it didn't look like it was broken into. Nothing was missing. There was no shattered glass. There was no, this, that, or whatchamacallits about. The window wasn't cracked, so you couldn't, somehow jerry rig, like, how they get their keys out of the car. Couldn't do that. So it was just very strange. And we still don't know what it was, but leading theory, something did not like us. And so it was trying to scare us. Thing was, nobody saw nothing, nobody knew anything, so we just said, all right, that's pretty strange, and we just continued on our trip. because we don't ask questions, we don't push anything. I didn't care, at least. I mean, it's just, oh, doors open, somebody probably forgot. That's what I chalk it up to. But could have been, could have been. You never know. You never know. Never know. But so that's what was going on there. And then let's see. It was second day. No. Well, there were just some very spooky vibes about that house. You see, when I was walking to my room, there was a hallway, sharp turn, room right on the corner, room at the end of the hallway there. But basically, no windows, could be pitch black sometimes, but you just had to walk, sharp turn, and, go into my room. And I swear to you, every time I was walking down that hallway, I always had the feeling that I'll turn that corner and I'm just gonna see something. Like something was just gonna be standing there. Now, and it's freaky when you get that feeling. I'm sure plenty of people have had that feeling. I mean, I get that a lot, but it was just very freaky how it was just something was off, and I didn't like how that was going. And then last time, the last night we were there, uh, well, just going to bed, and I could have sworn I'd seen something in the shadows, like a something just staring at me. Turns out it was the shadow from the lamp and the shadow of the room kind of all mixing together into a darker shadow. I figured that out because my eyes finally adjusted to the dark. But, it's just still creepy how the shadows kind of looked odd odd in the sense. But, just very, very unnerving. And then lastly, uh what was it? The thing about that house is in every room where you had to look around a corner or, you couldn't see into it, there was a mirror that perfectly showed you what was in the rest of the room. Like my room had a big three mirror on the side of the wall to where when you're walking in the hallway and you look, you can actually see who's on the bed and the lamp and everything like that, which is weird. Why somebody would decorate a house like that, I don't know, because that's some insane asylum crap. That's some, oh, I need to know what's around the corner because you don't know when freaking Eat Eyes McGee, tries to hobble his way into your eye holes or something. But yeah, no, it's just weird. It's just weird. I don't like the dark. So it probably, escalated things. I mean, right now, as you can tell, I'm looking around the room because I am making myself nervous because I turned off my lights to make this video spooky. Is that embarrassing? Yes, but, kiss, kiss suck it. Not gonna, not gonna say that because I don't want to really speak like that. But yeah, so it just was weird how they had their house set up. And, again, at the end of the day, what's this? Must have fallen off. Stuff. I'm just gonna right there. I didn't plant that, by the way, so that was just I did not know my Greninja was under there. But yeah. So pretty much that's all the spooks, all the creeps and eeps in the um yeah. So in short, that house was spooky. Did not like the vibe of that place, and I am glad that we left. It was a good trip. It was a good trip. Kind of. It was in my opinion, but yeah, I got this shirt. Grand Theft Auto. Cause I'm cool. Alright, I'll stop holding up your time. I'll let you guys get back to what you're doing. So, hope to see you on the flip. If you're new to the channel, what up? But, yeah. Expect the beach episode. And then other stuff. What the is that? Um, uh, I gotta go. I gotta go. Oh. They did the mash. Like a monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. They did the mash. It got on in a flash. They did the mash. Ah woo. Ah woo. They did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It got on in a flash. Ah woo. I'm listening to the monster mash. SML.